Float type implements the numbers.real abstract base class. Float also has the following additional methods: float.as underscore integer underscore ratio. Return a pair of integers whose ratio is exactly equal to the original float. The ratio is in lowest terms and has a positive denominator. Raises overflow error on infinities and a value error on nans. Float is float.is underscore integer. Returns true if the float instance is finite with integral value and false otherwise. For example, minus 2.0 is integer true. Print minus 2.0 is integer, will print true, and my 3.2 is integer, will return false. Two methods support conversion to and from hexadecimal strings. Since Python's floats are stored internally as binary numbers, converting a float to or from a decimal string usually involves a small rounding error. In contrast, hexadecimal strings allow exact representation and specification of all floating point numbers. This can be useful when debugging and in numerical work. Float.hex return a representation of a floating point number as a hexadecimal string. For finite floating point numbers, this representation will always include a leading 0x and a trailing p and exponent. Class method float.fromHex s. Class method to return the float represented by a hexadecimal string s. The string s may have leading and trailing white space. Note that float.hex is an instance method while float.fromHex is a class method. Instance method, class method. A hexadecimal string takes the form sign 0x integer dot fraction p exponent, where the optional sign may be either plus or minus. Integer and fraction are strings of hexadecimal digits, and exponent is a decimal integer with an optional leading sign. Case is not significant and there must be at least one hexadecimal digit in either the integer or the fraction. This syntax is similar to the syntax specified in section 6.4.4.2 of the C99 standard, and also to the syntax used in Java 1.5 onwards. In particular, the output of float.hex, which is an instance method, is usable as a hexadecimal floating point literal in C or Java code, and hexadecimal strings produced by C's %a format character or Java's double dot 2 hex string are accepted by float.fromHex, which is a class method. Note that the exponent is written in decimal rather than hexadecimal, and that it gives the power of 2 by which to multiply the coefficient. For example, the hexadecimal string 0x3.a7p10 represents the floating point number 3 plus 10 point 10 point divide 16 plus 7 point divide 16 power 2 multiplied by 2.0 power 10 or 3740.0. Float from hex. Float from hex class method will represent 3740.0. Applying the reverse conversion to 3740 to 0 0.0 gives a different hexadecimal string representing the same number. Hex. This is an instance method. Float.hex. One zero multiplied by 1 dot t3 at 0000. Okay. Hashing of numeric types. I will prepare a separate video for this. Thank you.